have you noticed how you can't leave your house anymore in South Florida without running into an iguana? I saw a small one on the base of my door, a larger one up high, and then when I walked to my car, I saw a huge iguana on the top of this bush. This one blended in so well, I almost didn't see it. An adult male iguana can weigh up to 20 pounds. So I am out here looking for iguanas. There are plenty of them in my neighborhood in Boca Raton, and they seem to be all over the place now. But I wanted to come to a place where I know I see tons of them. This is in Del Rey, and I'm going to take a look around. There's a big one. They blend into the grass and foliage so well you can hardly see them. And if you see an iguana around a lake or a canal, you're probably going to see them go for a swim. And they are really fast swimmers. Are iguanas dangerous to humans? Most of the time, no. However, they have bitten people occasionally. They have very sharp teeth, and they can become very aggressive, but only if they really feel threatened. Also, iguanas can carry salmonella on their bodies and in their stool, so it is best not to touch or handle wild iguanas, and when you are around them, watch your step. Now I'm at the beach, and there are iguanas here too. Look at the size of this one, buddy. Florida's green iguanas are not native to Florida. They likely came over on cargo ships, maybe from Cuba or other islands, starting in the 1960s. And because South Florida is subtropical, iguanas are able to thrive here. Iguanas live in trees, and I read that for the past couple of years there have been warnings in the Miami area when the temperature drops and gets below 50 to watch out for falling iguanas. Iguanas are cold-blooded animals, so when the temperature gets that low, they go into a dormant state. They look like they're dead, but in most cases they are not, and they'll be okay when the temperature warms back up over 50 degrees. Iguanas are considered a nuisance by a lot of people in South Florida. Property owners know that they can do a lot of damage to landscape and vegetation. They can also dig burrows. They're very messy sometimes in pool areas, leaving their droppings everywhere. So there are a lot of iguana exterminating and removal services in South Florida. Iguanas are not protected in Florida except by anti-cruelty law, so they can be humanely killed on private property as long as they have permission of the owners. You may be wondering if people eat iguanas. Well, the answer is yes. In South and Central America, this is common, and people do eat them here in Florida, and people refer to them sometimes as the chicken of the trees. I was a little surprised when I researched this, but you can find iguana on the menu at quite a few South Florida restaurants. So whether you love them, hate them, or want to eat them, iguanas are ubiquitous to South Florida, and they appear to be here to stay. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me on this episode of the Becky and Boca Show as we went out and looked for iguanas. See you next week.